You wake up in a cramped apartment, paint flaking above your bed, and before your phone even lights up, you move $50 out of your account without telling a soul. Now imagine doing that quietly, every month for the next 5 years. How different does your life start to look? Most people think wealth starts with a huge paycheck or a lucky break, but there are people who never earned more than a modest salary and still built real freedom simply by steering their money differently. This is Wealth Mentor Pro, where every lesson is a step closer to your freedom. If you're new here, this is your space to learn about money without shame and without hype. You're here to learn how to build wealth in silence. On a low salary, fastest path. Think of your money like a GPS route you secretly program before the drive starts. If your paycheck is $2,000 and you quietly tell your bank, send $150 to my future the moment I'm paid, your route shifts by 7.5% toward freedom without any dramatic announcement. Set up an automatic transfer, even if it's just $20 per paycheck, from your main account to a separate one you don't touch. Ignore this, and in 10 years, you may still be saying, "I'll start saving soon," while the same emergencies keep showing up. But what do you do when you look at your numbers and there seems to be nothing left to move at all? Picture your finances like a city map at night, glowing with streets of spending and dark pockets of potential. If you earn $2,000 a month and $1,500 disappears into housing, transport, and food, that's not you failing. That's a crowded map that needs a smarter route. Walk through your last month's transactions like you're tracing that map with your finger. The $12 subscription you forgot, the $40 weekly delivery habit, the ride shares that quietly total $120 a month. Tonight, choose one regular cost you barely feel, cancel it, or cut it in half, and send that exact amount to your automatic transfer instead. If you keep driving the same route, every raise will vanish into a slightly nicer version of the same stress. Lifestyle creep turns promotions into prettier prisons, where the walls look better, but the pressure still feels the same. The quiet power, especially on a low salary, is refusing to let every extra dollar turn into a new bill. Think of your social circle as the navigation voice constantly whispering, "Turn here, spend there, prove this." One dinner invite, one group vacation, one "we all chipped in" moment, and your careful route gets dragged off course without you even noticing. Here's a simple example. Your coworkers ordered lunch out 5 days a week at $12 a meal, about $240 a month. You start bringing lunch 3 of those days with a packed container and a relaxed, "I'm good, thanks," when they ask. You've quietly freed roughly $144 a month without changing jobs or asking for overtime. This week, pick one regular social expense and gently cut its frequency in half. If you ignore this, your money will keep trying to impress people who won't be there when the rent is due or the car suddenly needs repairs. And here's the harder question. If your friends never noticed or praised these quiet moves, could you keep doing them anyway? But here's what almost no one tells you. The goal isn't to spend your life saying no and living small. The goal is to use this quieter season to build fuel that buys you options, skills, and time later on. So let's turn how to build wealth in silence on a low salary, fastest path into 3 simple rules you can actually live by, starting with your very next paycheck. And as you listen, if one idea hits home, tell me in the comments, because someone else with the same struggle might need to hear that they're not alone. Rule 1, treat every $10 like an employee, not a souvenir. When you start seeing money as workers you direct instead of little prizes you collect, you suddenly feel more in control and less anxious. If you bring home $2,000 a month, that's 200 tiny employees. Decide that at least $3 of every $10 must work for your future, not your present. That choice sends about $600 each month towards savings, debt payoff, or skills that will increase what you can earn later. Write down 3 simple categories: must live, must grow, must enjoy, and assign every $10 to one of them. Suddenly, that random $18 impulse buy starts to feel like pulling staff away from a project that actually matters to you. Rule 2. Raise your income in quiet, repeatable steps so every year feels lighter. Imagine you work a $15 an hour job and you aim for $1 more. On full-time hours, that's roughly $160 extra per month before taxes. Once a year, go to your manager and ask, "What would I need to do to earn about $1 more an hour here?" If the answer is clear, you have a roadmap. If the answer is vague or dismissive, you can quietly start looking for a place that values what you bring. Rule 3. Lock in every raise before your lifestyle even notices it. This is how you widen the gap between what you earn and what you spend, and that gap is the real engine behind wealth. Your income moves from $2,000 to $2,300 a month. Before you upgrade anything, you increase your automatic transfer by at least $150 and add another $50 to paying down high-interest debt. You let $100 breathe inside your budget so life feels a little easier, but you protect most of the gain. If you don't decide this in advance, advertisers, friends, and your own scrolling habits will happily make a plan for that extra money. With this rule in place, every raise becomes a quiet engine pushing you forward, not a louder treadmill that leaves you just as tired and just as broke. So let's tie everything together with one simple formula you can remember every time you get paid. Here's the quiet payoff. Wealth on a low salary is your income you keep, minus the noise, multiplied by years of consistency. Income you keep is what's left after rent, food, and basics. Noise is what you spend just to look like you're doing better. Think back to that first move, the silent $50 you shifted before breakfast. At $50 a month over 5 years, without assuming any growth, that's $3,000 set aside. Add the $144 a month from eating out less at work, and suddenly you're moving around $194 every month. Over 5 years, that's more than $11,000 that would have quietly disappeared into takeout boxes, impulse orders, and forgettable weekends. The most important part is not the exact dollar amount. It's who you become by moving that money on purpose. You become the person who doesn't need applause to make progress, whose route is set before the day even starts, who can say, "Not this time," without feeling guilty or needing to explain. So here's a simple payday habit to end with. Every time money lands in your account, before you answer messages or open any other app, ask yourself, did I move something toward my future before anyone saw it? If the answer is yes, you're already on the path. If it's no, change one small thing today, not perfectly, just quietly. You started this video in a cramped room with flaking paint and a paycheck that felt too small for big dreams. Now you know the silence around your money can actually be an advantage. The outside world might still see the same rented walls, the same worn shoes, the same old phone, but underneath, your entire route is changing. You've been watching Wealth Mentor Pro. If this helped you, subscribe for more calm, practical money lessons and keep going with the next video YouTube recommends.